Hi everyone, and welcome to the channel. My name is Adrian, and today we are hiking Red Breaks Slot Canyon in Escalante in southern Utah. This is going to be a fun one. We tried to do this, was it last year? Yeah, it was last February. We tried to do this last February from the southern entry through Harris Wash, and we didn't get out of the wash in time, so we completely missed where we were supposed to go and didn't actually hike through Red Breaks. We hiked through like a little bit of it, I think, but kind of missed it. Went through different slot canyon instead, which was still pretty, but was not Red Breaks. So today we're coming from the northern side, different trailhead, and going to make it to Red Breaks this time. So now we're just trying to find where the actual trailhead is, and I think we're close. So here we go. My GPS has told me that we're mostly on trail, but I don't think there's too well of a defined trail, and I haven't seen very many cairns. I actually haven't seen any so far, but that's not saying a whole lot. Maybe I just haven't seen them, or maybe I'm off trail a bit. So it doesn't look like there's a very well-defined path as far as where you need to go to do this hike. But there's also snow on the ground, and it's, I think, just not a very common hike in general. So if you're thinking about coming out and doing it, make sure you bring some kind of map or mapping software with you so you can find your way, because there's not really a good path that I've been able to find, although that doesn't mean there isn't one. All right, so thus far, I don't even know what the parking lot is. It's like straight out somewhere that I can't see it. And then we came just through this area, came up this, and then I came up over on this side here. Amanda went on the other side, over there, because she didn't think it was as steep, but it is. And now we're going this way. Oh, look at that. I do see tracks. Human tracks. Old ones, but they are here nonetheless. It's kind of anybody's guess at this point. I mean, I do have the Gaia GPS app, which is helpful, but there's so much snow that it is just anybody's guess where the trail is. So we're following the line on the map and just kind of making our own way. I don't know if there's actually a defined trail here or not. I haven't seen very many cairns at all. Have you seen any? Yeah. How many have you seen? Like 3. Oh, so 3 cairns, but over like the course of a mile and a quarter. It's not a lot of cairns, but there are some. So we'll see what it looks like. Occasionally I stumble randomly across other tracks that are here. I don't even know if you can see this, but here, we hold that so I can show them. But you can see 2 different tread patterns here. Here's one right here. That's one tread pattern, you can see it. And then here's another one right here. You can see one right over there. The front of the shoe. Where? Right there. Oh, yep. And then there's another one right here. So this one, you can see that. So occasionally, just randomly running across these tracks, and according to the GPS, the line that's on it, I've taken a wee bit of a shortcut. So it looped out that way a little bit, and I just went straight across because fuck it, I can't follow the trail anyway, so why bother? I'll just get to where I'm trying to go. right, so we've been going for about an hour. Oh, exactly an hour according to my GPS, hour and 15 seconds. And now we're starting the descent. And it looks like we're descending into, it looks like it, and the topo lines show that we're descending. Here's what it looks like out front. So we gotta go down into here. And then it looks like, based on the map, which you may or may not be able to see, that is what leads us into the slot canyon. So we'll find a way to come down this area. We'll probably end up hiking around this direction and then coming down here and then following this down into what I think is the slot canyon. Okay, so we've made it to what appears to be like the real start of the slot canyon, and this is a pretty good drop right here. So to that ledge right there, from where I'm standing, from this spot, is about, I would say, 6 feet, 5 or 6 feet. And you can see how smooth it is, and for my level of scrambling skill, this would be pretty tough to climb back up and out of. This final section right here, because this is pretty smooth. There's no really good handholds, and this slope is like a downward slope with nothing to grip onto. So we're gonna go down over the top here and see what it looks like down there before we jump into this, because we might not be able to get back out of that. Okay, so just a few yards past that, I don't know, 30, 40, it looks like it slopes back in up here to get into the canyon. So even if you did drop down there, you could get out here. Something that's kind of cool about slot canyons in the winter is that you can see how the snow comes down the mountain and then just builds up and gets really high. So you gotta be careful if you're hiking in the winter, because you can break through and you don't know how deep you're gonna go. Probably won't ever go too deep, but you could sink up to your waist. I've done that before. That's always fun. Tight on the feet, at least on this part. There we go. Super tight at the base. All right, I think this is probably the cool part. Yeah. Take a look at this. So yeah, that's real tight down in there. That's like almost I don't want to go down there tight, but I think I'm gonna do it anyway. All right, here we go. It is tight and a descent. like potential get yourself stuck category here. All right.
Good?
Yeah.
You think you can do it?
Yeah. I think I'll fit. Yeah, this is a tight squeeze here, and keeps dropping down. It looks like it opens up down there a bit. This is legit. When you come down, I'll have you take a video of me. All right, I think this sets the record for the tightest canyon I've been in. Look at this. This is a tight squeeze, look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Questionable. Questionable canyon. Oh, finally some room to breathe. How nice.
Go. I'm a little scared.
I'm doing it for the subs. Doing this for you, subs.
Stuck.
All right, here we go. That opens up a bit down here. It's pretty dark though. This is probably gonna be a low quality video. Whew. Something that's really unique about this canyon, of all the slot canyons I've been in, is it's pretty tight and pretty deep. It goes up a little ways. You can see it's pretty deep. I don't know, I would estimate that at 40 feet, which might not sound like a lot, but vertically it's quite a ways. So we got this section of the canyon here, and we can't tell how deep it goes. I think it's about 7 feet, and if it is, it doesn't look like I can climb back up it. So I've got some paracord that I'm gonna rig up and lower down there to try to see how deep it is, but check this out. So this, it's pretty hard to see on camera. This right here, it just undercuts and then kind of drops out, and it goes down there. It looks like about 6 or 7 feet. And the trouble is, it doesn't look like there's any good foot or handholds, so I can crawl back up through this and then get onto anything here. I don't think I can reach a handhold like this, and this is all smooth and curved and snowy. So we're gonna investigate this a little bit. I hate to turn back here, but I mean, I'd rather turn back than get stuck in a slot canyon. All right. So from here, so from the ground to there. Let's put a little knot in that so I don't lose it. All right. So that is, right there's about 6 feet plus about 3 feet. So it's about 9 feet right there. That's from the very, very bottom. Let's see if I can shimmy. Now if I could wedge myself up to there, which I believe I can, I think I can easily get to there. That distance, it's about 5 feet. So Amanda had a really good idea, and I wanted to talk about this for a minute. I was getting ready to have the backpacks and stuff come down. She's like, all right, climb out. See if you can climb up by yourself first. And that's a good idea, because let's say that I can't. Let's say it's really hard. She can at least throw me my gear. She's got about a 2-hour hike out of here and about another hour drive, but within about, I'd say 8 or 9 hours, if needed, I could get rescued from here. So I'm gonna try to climb out on my own, and then if I can get back up, we'll keep going. And if I can't, then we'll think about whether or not we want her to come down here and assess that risk level. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is next level challenge from here. But I think if I wedge against the rocks like this, so you probably can't see this on camera, but I'm pressing my feet and my back into the rocks. And these boots, they don't grip the sandstone nearly as well as my my Merrill Moabs do. Now, granted, my feet are also wet and muddy, but even so. All right, so I think I've got a handhold right up there, barely. Oh, I think I got it. I got a little bit of a, I can get like a finger in there, and then a finger over here. Oh, my hood's caught. Son of a bitch. I guess it's one of the disadvantages of having a hood on your sun shirt. See? And then I can get this one. That was my original handhold. And I can make it out from here. I'm pretty confident that I can. But just to make sure, let's get all the way out. You want to take the camera off my head and film me doing this? So, this should look familiar. So I've got this handhold. I'm just wedging myself in. It is not super easy though, because the wall in front of me, that wall is out of reach. Oh, I moved this boulder too. You may recognize that from the earlier footage. Let's try to dips are paying off. I think I got this. Okay, I might as well come up. Is my hood getting caught on the back, or is it just my...
No.
I feel like my hood's getting caught. Jesus. Okay. You'd have to have some decent upper body strength to do this, and some skill and height.
Yeah, height is huge.
And
reach.
Yeah, I mean, it's really muddy here too. You can see how muddy it is. It's muddy and wet and cold. So that doesn't help anything, but moving this boulder from here to here allowed me a path out. I don't remember what it looked like before, but I think this boulder was like preventing me from coming up this direction, and moving this really helped, so we're good. All right, going down, round 2. Let's see, how did I do this before? I think I slip down like this. There's a little hand placement there. And then slide down in. Ooh, that hurt my hand. There goes my shirt. Okay. Yeah. All right. Backpacks. So there's 1. There's 2. You're gonna have to go onto your chest and stomach like I did and wedge yourself in. Slide your butt down, you'll hit my hand in about 2 inches. There you go. Okay, you can sit on my hand. Okay, ready? There you go. That was one of the bigger challenges we faced in the slot canyon, I think.
Scary.
All right, let's hope we don't run into any more of those on this hike. One of those is good enough. This has been a slow moving slot for us. A lot of the reason is because it's pretty narrow and like, it's hard to get your feet down in it. It's not a ton of it, but a fair amount of this is just like really narrow. And like right now I'm leaning kind of sideways, and you can see I can barely get my feet, like they're turning sideways to fit down here. Granted, I'm a size 13 with a medium width, and these, what are these shoes? The Ultras, the Ultra Lone Peaks. Those have a really wide toe box in them, but god damn, it has been a tiring little section of slot, especially after climbing up and down that one rock section that was blocked. That took a lot of energy out of me, and I haven't eaten all day, so there's that.
I feel like a pinball machine.
Yeah, it's like you keep just getting hit from side to side. So there you have it. I said it before and I'll say it again. The fact that I can't get my feet onto a flat surface is driving me fucking nutty. Yes. I'm going out of my lane to film this for you right now so you can see. So you can see what you're in store for. I'm gonna come do this. It's like the way your body gets wedged through the canyon and you can't get your feet flat onto the ground makes parts of this real challenging. I mean, make no mistake, it is beautiful down here. She definitely fucking worked for it. You definitely earned it. It's not a long slot canyon, but it's, for us at least, it's been pretty slow moving, and we are not novice slot canyon hikers. This is like the backyard here. We know this terrain, and this one has been a particular challenge. And what has made it worse for me is that I can't get my feet on the ground. Although I'm sure by this time in the video I've probably said that a million times. I just can't get my feet flat on the ground. It's driving me crazy. I don't remember reading any reviews online about, like, no one seemed to complain about this.
Is it rated difficult?
I don't know. I don't remember reading any complaints though where people were like, yeah, your feet are gonna get really twisted and there's a fair amount of boulders.
Super tight.
Yeah. And normally people will. I mean, some of the people on all trails have been like, on shit that's easy, they're like, oh, you gotta have canyoneering shit to go down there. And it's like, no, you don't. You need legs that work. So I don't know. Okay. This is the kind of slot canyon I like here. Nice, soft dirt, plenty of room for my feet. Spread your arms out. I actually do like the tight slot canyons, but not when I can't get my feet on the ground. Well, it's the end of the line for us. We said, fuck it, we're not gonna do this. And I'll show you why.
Yeah, no.
For one, we don't have any climbing gear with us. Nobody knows where we are. How far have we hiked in so far? 3.5 miles? 3.6 miles. 3.6 miles according to the guy GPS. And that's, all of that wasn't slot canyon, but still, I mean, we hiked it nonetheless. So we've got this piece of webbing around this rock here, which is a fine anchor. I would trust that. And you can see it goes down there pretty far. There's a fair amount of webbing on this. Not sure how it looks on camera, but I would put that at 20 feet from where I'm standing right now, from like right here to the very bottom. I would put that at 20 to 25 feet. And all we have here is this piece of hand webbing, or this piece of webbing for a hand line, which I think we have the skill to do it, but I'm not okay with the risk involved. And that's one thing you always have to assess is, what is the risk? What's the consequence of the failure or of the fall? This is pretty high consequence. If you slipped backward off that, you could really kind of pinball your brain off of these walls here. And even if you slid straight down, you could break an ankle on that. And, you know, it's just not worth the risk at this point in the day. Not to mention we're already fairly fatigued. So, you know, you couple the fatigue with my lack of will to continue down this canyon, and then the risk involved, it's just kind of a no-go for us. If we had gear, I'd happily rappel down that. That would be super fun and super easy. But without it, especially for Amanda, you know, having her climb up this without any safety equipment, aside from just a hand line, you know, nothing to arrest the fall if she slips. I don't like that, and me too. Like, I don't want to take that risk either, but I'm especially concerned about her. I don't think I'd have too much of a problem climbing up this or down it, but I think she might have a little problem because she doesn't have the reach or the height that I do, and it's so smooth down there at the base getting back up this, and I can't tell what that distance is from the very bottom where you can see the dirt to where you can see the webbing folded over right here, about, I don't know, 8 feet down. I don't know what that distance is. So that's the end of the line for us. Celebratory video, we made it back. It took 6 hours and 16 minutes to get back. Well, not to get back, but to do the whole trip. And this was a tough hike. I don't think I would come back and do this one. I don't know that I'd recommend it too strongly either. I think there are other hikes in southern Utah that are greater in beauty and easier in difficulty. But nonetheless, it was a good experience. Had fun doing it. Glad we did it. And now it's a drive back. Drive back to Salt Lake for, what, 5 hours. So, here we go. See you in the next one.